Hello girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, pipe lovers, pipe smokers, welcome to this channel. I'm Daniel Mustran, I'm pipe maker from Croatia, and today we will be talking about tenons. Yeah, we will be talking about tenons. For a moment I stopped because I was like, okay. Anyway, before proceeding, let me show you something. These two I got from a friend of mine you all know. It's Chris Kelly. He made something for me. Look at it. Woohoo! These will turn into awesome plates on the rings towards the stem, I think. They do look awesome. And I also got some material from him. Yeah. Awesome colors. Material is really nice. And I shaped this little girl today. She's an order. We'll see. Yeah. Looks like a good grain. Anyway, there are several materials that are usually used for tenons. If you want to use a tenon made from the same material as stem, then we are talking about acrylic stems and tenons and ebonite stems and tenons. You can use resins if you are having rods like I'm having from Chris Kelly. These rods are resin rods, and I never tried to make a tenon from those rods, but I assume it will work because it's pretty resilient material, and I assume it will behave pretty much the same as ebonite and acrylic. So those are the options that you have if you want to make a tenon using the same material. Doing so, you need to be aware that from time to time you will need to lubricate the tenon. And most of us know that you can lubricate the tenon using a plain soap, a piece of soap for washing, or washing hands, it doesn't matter. It's really great. Rub it a little bit and there you go. You need to do that from time to time, and the tenon will go pretty much smoothly inside the mortars of the pipe. If you don't like that option, and Missouri Meerschaum likes it, see, they are using the tenon from the same material as the stem. Also, this one I will not disassemble it because I'm smoking it, but they're using acrylic tenons, and I assume this is also acrylic, so there you go. However, there are also other options. One of them is to use Delrin tenons, like on this stem. This is Chris Kelly's resin stem, resin bar from what I'm making the stem from, and I put a Delrin tenon inside. You can also use Teflon, and both of those materials, Teflon and Delrin, they are materials that are self-lubricating. So you don't have to put any soap on it. They will go smoothly inside and out. And good point on those materials is that they are also a little bit flexible. Teflon a little bit more, and that's why I don't like Teflon that much. If I want to use any of those two, I'm going for Delrin because it's harder, self-lubricating, and it still has a little bit of flexibility, so it can, move. Those tenons from Teflon, you can either cut yourself, turn them on lathe, or you can buy ready-made stuff like on Janssen or maybe on Pia pipes or whatever. I don't turn my tenons made from Delrin. I'm buying them on Janssen or at Pia pipes, and they work for me perfectly well for years now, and nobody complained. So I guess those are good, You have two other options. One of them is to use stainless steel tubes. You cut them in length, groove them, and they are pretty much okay because the stainless is so smooth. Sometimes you don't even need to lubricate the tube to go inside. Usually I don't, because when the drilling is done, it's perfectly enough to have it sanded and everything, and it will go smoothly inside the mortise, so you don't have to lubricate. And the other material that you can use as a tube and cut by length is a carbon tube. You have two options regarding carbon tubes. One of them is to use carbon that is sort of wrapped one on top of each other to produce some sort of a mesh, and that type is a little bit stronger. When you push it, you will not be able to crack it. And you have the other type of carbon tubing that is not wrapped, and that kind of tube can sometimes maybe crack if you abuse it, I know for a fact that different pipe makers are using different methods. I know that some of them even prefer the carbon tubing that is not meshed or wrapped around, and it works for them, so So, there you go. I think that I have not missed anything on the topic. If I did, please let me know in the comment section. One other thing that you also need to watch is when you are making calabash pipes, especially reverse calabash pipes. Why I'm saying this, different designs ask for different kind of tenons. For example, bamboo pipes that have a thin shank, they will usually benefit from material that is thin and also strong. So you will use probably carbon, or you will use probably stainless steel tubing. Similar to this, when you are making calabash pipes, and especially reverse calabash pipes, you will probably use for a reverse calabash chamber the connection where the stem is connecting to the chamber. you will probably use a bigger diameter of the tenon, shorter tenon, but also made from the same material, and preferably usually made from ebonite, because ebonite is a little bit more flexible than acrylic. That is also not exclusively the case, because sometimes those reverse calabash chambers are made a little bit smaller so that they can fit into the shank, and some of the guys are using acrylic stamps, so they turn just a little bit shorter tenon, a little bit bigger in diameter, lubricate it with soap, and use it that way, and that it works, you know. A lot of things are dependent on a very specific design and design requirements. So a good thing is that you have options to choose from. Normally, I'm using Delrin tenons, and normally for bamboo I'm using stainless, and normally for calabash pipes, reverse calabash pipes, where I have a bigger diameter of the tenon, I'm using ebonite, inserted into an ebonite ring, such as this one. See? That goes into the reverse calabash chamber, that piece, and the top is just a ring, decorative ring. So when I'm done, I put that inside, and into this I'm inserting my tenon of the ebonite stem. So I think that I have covered everything. Stay happy, stay safe, and cool smokes. See you in the next video. Bye bye.